YouTube. Hello, Facebook. Hello, everybody. Okay, cool. Okay, let's go. Okay. All right. So, sorry. All right. The title of today's talk is stock market is in turbulence right now. Okay. What should we do, right? Okay. First of all, some disclaimers. Whatever I share with you is not an advice. It's not to tell you what to do. Especially come to buying and selling stocks whatsoever. Sorry. So there's some disclaimer here. Okay, this is a disclaimer. Take this disclaimer seriously. It's not meant to tell you what to do. It's just an educational. Okay, and I have never tell you should go and buy S&P 500 which counter whatsoever. These are more info for you for general education. Okay, if there's anything take it as entertainment. Okay, some MAS rules that I gotta be abide by. Cool. Okay. All right, go. Okay. First and foremost, very important. There's evidence that the Omicron virus is more evidence that Omicron virus is displacing Delta. More evidence now. It's no longer just evidence. It's more evidence. I remember earlier in December, in early December, I already say that there's very early signs that the Omicron is actually displacing Delta. Then later, not just displacing that, it's turning out to be a powerful virus that is going to be saving the world. At the point of time when I say it, very few people believe me. I remember seeing some comments here. Oh man, are you sure or not? Where's the source from? Things like that. Guess what? It's happening right now. Big time. Okay? Big time. Now, so this is, you just Google Delta, Omicron displacing Delta. Lots of news article. I just pull out a few, okay? This is from CNBC, okay? It says that Omicron infection appears to protect against COVID Delta variant and could displace it, South African scientists found. Okay, and then there's another article by Straits Times, okay, and this time is now for is our own country scientists from A-Star actually came out with the same finding as well. A lot of all these findings. This is no longer a hypothesis. This is getting very real right now. They did a human culture investigation. What they did was that they have Delta, they have Delta and Omicron virus. I don't exactly know how they do it, okay? But and they found that after 14 days, the amount of antibodies for the Omicron infected one, the amount of antibodies shoots up 14 times after 14 days. 17 times. Then after that, they found that in the same experiment, they actually in the same culture, they actually have the amount of antibodies towards the Delta variant also increased by 4 times. That means that the Omicron virus not only is after 14 days, the antibodies will be developed very strongly, but it also makan up the Delta variant, and that's why in all over the world right now the Delta variant is dying. Okay, very powerful wave right now. Okay, and given that did you all hear what the minister said in Singapore? There are 2,000 over Omicron cases right now. How many cases are there in the hospital that needs oxygen? Out of these 2,000 cases, 3 cases. None of them require ICU. None of them in the end Kongkakiao. Just 3 cases, and they were out, I think, within 3 days. Okay, fully, and almost everybody fully recovered, if I'm not wrong. If the same group of people were infected with Delta, we will be looking at 30 people being in need of oxygen in ICU or possibly die. That's how big the gap is. So very, very clearly, right now, Omicron virus is in the process of displacing the Delta variant. And a lot of people ask, what if another variant come out? It is very difficult, according to scientists, to have an Omicron virus, to have another variant that is more contagious than Omicron. That's very, 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 very difficult. Not impossible, but difficult. Okay, the new variant come out, but none of them are in the same league as Omicron. So my prediction, which I still stay, is that the pandemic is coming to an end. That's my hypothesis. Okay, I don't think the scientists and the politician are going that far to say it. This is just me losing. I could be wrong. Okay, but where I read all the signals and everything, I think the pandemic is coming to an end. That's a good and a bad sign. Okay, the good sign is that with the pandemic coming to an end, Kate Lou could go out and have a wonderful time. No need to wear masks and things like that. She's a very outdoor person. Ben.
But people like Emily Lou.
Yeah, but people like Emily Lou, my daughter, will be forced to go out. Yes. Any slides for today? Yeah, swing plus one. Yes, swing plus one. Yes. So bottom line is that the pandemic is coming to an end. It's not just I see, no. Politicians sees it, especially those politicians that decides how much money to throw in the economy to stimulate the economy. There's no need to do it anymore. The pandemic is more or less coming to an end. If the pandemic is coming to an end, okay, then they will take care of bigger issues right now. And what's the bigger issue? Okay, the bigger issue is the economy. The economy is a bigger issue. Okay, there are big mega issue right now in the economy. For those people who just came in, we just ended the Premium Mall. Live. If for those who have missed out, Christian Dior, there's a CD plus one. There's a 7% discount that ends in about 1.5 hours time. Just go ahead and get it. Okay. This right now we're really talking about serious economic stuff. Okay. Cool. All right. Good. Okay. So basically, what we are seeing right now is that the Omicron virus, this is an old slide, I'm just saying the Omicron virus is displacing the Delta. All over the world in different cities, basically right now the Omicron virus is almost disappearing. Sorry, the Delta virus is almost disappearing and makan up by the Omicron. The Omicron virus is now having a huge outbreak. In Singapore, they are forecasting that at the peak of it, I think we have got 5,000 Delta cases a day. Right now, if I read it, I watched what the ministerial committee said correctly, they are forecasting possibly even a peak of 15,000 cases a day. But a very not big a deal with 15,000 mild cases, bo tai ji, right? Okay, I don't know how to say this, but I actually don't mind getting the virus right now. What I mind is getting at it, end of my trip, then possibly missing, then kena lock up here, cannot go flying. So want to kena earlier. That's me and my little. I'm not saying you all should kena, please. This just me talking. Okay, yes. Then what is the biggest economic threat right now to all of us? Kaylee, what's the biggest economic threat?
Inflation.
Yeah, inflation. For some, damn good and damn impressive. Wow. Yeah, wow.
Damn
okay. Yeah, inflation is 2022 biggest economic threat. Real serious right now. It's getting more serious. Okay, it's getting more serious, and we every day we see. I don't think I need to explain why there's an inflationary threat right now. Okay. But in a nutshell, the inflationary threat was because there was supply chain disruption, labor cost rises, all sorts of things being clamped down. Then there's a huge amount of stimulus being thrown in the economy. The Federal Reserve was printing money and crazy. In the past, they print out money, they still got to go and physically print. Now printing of money simply means I add one more zero to bank accounts and things like that. Very easy to print money. As a result, what happens? As a result, the demand goes up, the supply is restricted, huge price increase, 6.8% in US. Everybody can't wake up right now. Okay, so my macroeconomic prediction was that there is inflation is really happening. Okay, the prediction then was the interest rate will set to rise. Why would interest rate rise? Is because the Federal Reserve and central banks only have one or two instrument to fight inflation, and that is to increase interest rate. Okay, and they have other instruments that are all related to the same thing. They do less buying. They do less buying of some of the assets, monetary assets and things like that. Okay, so bottom line is that They are talking about interest rate rises, but now the Federal Reserve actually in the official meeting right now already not, they initially thought that the interest rate rise would be later, but now unfortunately the Federal Reserve in their meeting of minutes, that means in the minutes they write down all the notes, okay, they publish out the Federal Reserve minutes point to a possible rate increase in March. That's very fast, okay, March. And this is a slides, by the way, okay, this is a slides. I just pull out this material. The references are in REF +1, okay, REF +1. I'll read to you. Minutes of the December 14 and 15 meeting released on Wednesday showed that officials believe that rising interest rate and a very tight labour market could call for a short-term, sooner or at a faster pace than participants has anticipated. Some officials also thought that the Federal Reserve should start shrinking its 8.76 trillion portfolio of bonds and other assets after beginning to raise rates, okay? So basically the Federal Reserve are tightening all the financial policies. So all these are a real clamp down. We call this contractionary monetary policy. Economists call it contractionary monetary policy. And we haven't even talked about contractionary fiscal policy, where the policy makers go actually go the other way. You know, they cut down on spending to contract the economy so as to slow down an overheating economy. Okay, so right now when this happens, what happens? Just the news of this came out yesterday. The stock market jiba boom. Okay, the S&P 500 fell by 2%. The Nasdaq fell by 3.4%. I lost in one night, okay? My portfolio lost some huge mega 6-digit in one night, okay? Well, that is something that I told you guys, right? Huge stock market turbulence are going to come. What I didn't anticipate is going to come so fast. It just come 1 week after I said it, right? Didn't I say the last time? Huge stock market turbulence will come, right? And why does it hit the Nasdaq more than the S&P 500? Do you all ever figure out? Anybody? Interested to know this, right? It hits the Nasdaq more than it hits the S&P 500. Okay, this is a bit complicated. Okay, if you all cannot understand, never mind. Okay, just know that interest rate rises will hit stock market. But people who are interested to know the detail why interest rate rises will hit the tech stocks more than the traditional stocks, I'm happy. Okay, I'm happy to share right now. So when the interest rate rises, what happens? The tech stocks, a lot of them, their profits come from future earnings. Currently, a lot of tech stocks don't make much money. The tech stocks, they projected future earnings, right? Huge projection. They're going to make a lot of money in future. If the interest rate is high, the value of future earnings, okay, when they are discounted, that means they are valued at today's dollars, okay? When the interest rate rises, the value of their future earnings when discounted to current earnings is very low. So meaning that when interest rate goes up, their profits are valued less. Their profits in future are valued less. Okay? No, they don't need to have dividends. Their future earnings. Okay, all the questions that you're asking right now can buy S&P 500 as well. I'll answer them later. So let me repeat again. Okay, the interest rate rise will hit tech stocks more. That's why the Nasdaq get hit a lot more. When the interest rate goes up, the value of future earnings is being valued a lot less, and that's why the tech stock get hit badly. Actually, S&P 500 should not get hit so much. But a huge chunk, I think it's like 40 or 50% of stocks or something like that, are tech stocks. Okay, not as much as Nasdaq, which is the entire index. The tech stocks occupy a large chunk of S&P 500. So therefore, the S&P 500 also kena. Okay, and that is why interest rate rise is so painful. Interest rate can hit the stock market more than world wars. You know. Okay. Interest rate rises is really bad. C share price fall. Oh, I didn't even know that. Okay, how much is C share price fell by? Okay, can someone check for me? Kelu? SEAC, Shopee. Shopee is under the ticker tape C. Can you find out how much has it fallen by in recent days? Okay.
SEA.
Yeah, SEA. Yeah, it's listed in Nasdaq. Okay, so I anticipated that last week already. Remember, I came out this talk, the prediction. I already anticipated that. Well, I didn't anticipate it will happen in 1 week. Okay, so that's a bit fast, huh? Okay, yeah, 4 by 48%. Wow. Okay, 700 sell the shares. Okay, so
SEA.
yep, thank you. So SEA over the last 1 year, what's, how do I see this? How do I check last one year?
Last 1 year.
Yep. Okay, this 1 year?
This 1 year.
Yep.
So this is 2021, this is 2022.
So how do I read this?
So at 2021, the peak was 372. And then in 2022, the peak was...
Oh wow, that's fell a lot. Okay, yeah, almost what I wanted or something like that. Yeah, Grab was for. Okay, so bottom line is that we do see huge impact. Okay, we do see huge impact in tech stocks. Okay, and that's why tech stocks are very sensitive to interest rate fluctuation. Okay, got already people writing me, oh, Mr. Lu, what should I do? What should I do? What should I do? Later I'll give you one case study. Okay, very important case study. Okay, Mr. Lu, I missed out your many talks material. Is there any quotes or material for me to read? And so. Yeah, you know what? I always delete my materials as early as much as I can, because some of the things I say are very inflammatory, meaning that I actually step on people's tail. Okay, so I better delete some of these things before someone come after me. That's unnecessary. I mean, I'm here to educate everybody, share with you my opinion whatsoever, but I don't want to do it at the expense of you know, my sleep and things like that. So what I'll share, you know, try as much as possible every night to join us. Okay, in Premium More channel. I'll try to save some of this thing on the YouTube as well. On the Premium More YouTube channel. Okay. Jeremy, can you give me a code for my YouTube link, please? For 1965.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll come to answer some of the questions. Okay. All right. Cool. Okay. So the question really is this, right? What should we do? Okay. What do we do? What should we do? Right. Okay. So are you ready? Because this is really the heart of the question. Okay. For those people who just came in, the slides for today is under swing plus one, SWING plus one. Okay. And then for those who missed out, because we're talking a lot about S&P 500, so you can type SP 500 plus one. That was the slides for my previous talk last week. Cool? Okay? Good? Okay. Not REF equals to 1. Okay? REF plus 1. All right, cool. I want to say that the S&P 500 over the last 100 years. Now, these slides started since the Great Depression, so 1929 till now, have seen major, phenomenal crisis far worse than this small little event called inflation. Okay, what kind of crisis has it gone up by? Let me just read to you. Okay, this is the crisis. This is the first the Great Recession was before this. This is a recession 1937-38. They gone through World War II, market crash was 46, Korean War, let me just highlight a few big events, Vietnam War, Cuban Missile Crisis, okay, Cuban Missile Crisis, at that point in time, if the Russians were to fire all the missiles at United States, all the Americans become charcoal. And then the OPEC oil crisis, what is this, Iranian energy crisis, Black Monday of 1987, Gulf War, tech bubble burst, Asia financial crisis, SARS, blah, 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 blah. All. What is the general thing you see here? Anybody can identify? Despite all the crises, what happened to the graph? What happened to the graph? It goes. Right? Right. Now, the S&P 500 has stood the test of time. Right? It stood the test of time. And that is why I particularly like the index. Okay? Yes. But but you need to have patience and you need to have the stomach to be able to go through this. Each of these swings are years, okay? Years. But you live by the day, by the hour. That whole year, you might feel miserable. If you cannot, I say again, if you cannot tahan volatility, then maybe stock market is not for you. Okay? I say again, if you cannot tahan volatility, then maybe you should not be in stock market. Okay? Just put money in your CPF and let it compound at 4%, 5%, maybe even 6% you're older. Yeah. So therefore, it's very important for you to know what you are. That is why I say that. That is why I say this. Okay, that if you don't have a huge financial safety net set up and you jump straight into the stocks, you know what will happen? When market like this happen, you'll panic. I've got a case study later for you. Okay, yeah. You got to have your financial safety net built up. If you jump just right into it, you will feel that this storm hits, you're gonna lose everything, and then you will tumble. Okay, Jimmy, have you got the YouTube up? YouTube channel 1965 YT plus one.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So therefore, you need to know first confidently that the S&P 500, which and other global indices have stood the test of time. This is over 1930 till now. It's 70 over years. If you go back even a few more decades, over 100 years. Okay, so and that is something that you need to understand. Okay, that why I like the S&P 500. I'm being asked you to buy S&P 500. I said why I like the S&P 500. I better caveat this very carefully. Okay, is that is an index that has been proven to stand the test of time. Why is it so? Because it contains the most powerful 500 companies in the world. Okay, these are big, huge global companies spread across many places, well diversified across many sectors. Huge growth companies, steady companies, also companies all across the world. Yeah, right. So that is why I think it is a safe bet for that. I believe in it. Okay, and I think you should do a study. If you want to get more opinions, you all can join my YouTube channel. Not my YouTube. You can join my Telegram channel, which is getting noisier and noisier these few days. But it's at 1965 Telegram channel. Okay, and then you can ask some of these questions. Some people ask you, will help you. But just to show you my Telegram channel. Wow, in one day 1,000 messages. My goodness. Okay, this is this is my Telegram channel. There's 20,000 people inside. Okay, talking not 20,000 people talking about the 20,000 followers. It's called Lu1965. Okay, Lu1965. Yep. Emma for Lady Dior, you can write to you can PM us or write to B directly 9780682. She'll give you advice on the Lady Dior. Okay, sorry it came. Yeah. So okay. So next thing is this. Okay, as much as there are negative news, and these are inflation is negative news, interest rate rises negative news. I need to say that. Remember, I talk by saying this: COVID is possibly coming to an end. A lot of politicians, economists, and businessmen are all building towards that. Even ourselves, look at us. We are physically in COVID land. Europe. We don't even care, right? We don't even care. There's a lot more people already factoring that the COVID is over, right? So which means that there's huge economic upside in economic recovery. I've talked about this before. Which means that JP Morgan has talked about it. Huge market recovery in 2022. The World Health Organization chief said that 2022 must be the end of the pandemic. Okay, and of course even Lee Hsien Loong said talk about this as well. So here we have got negative news, but we also got positive news in the foresight. which also constitute this huge upswing, downswing, upswing, downswing. And therefore, market volatility and turbulence is going to be the norm. It's for some people just joining on Premier Facebook. I've hijacked this Facebook. But if you want to take at the Dior items, I think 100 over items or 80 over items there, they're all in DR +1. Okay, there is still a 7% discount for an hour or so. Okay, please go and get it. Okay, but let me go back to this after finishing the commercial. So I need to go back to first principle. Okay, and let me. Where's my slides about my case study? Yes. Okay, this is a case study. Someone wrote to me, and he's not the only one who wrote to me. Okay, but this is a very good case study. I'll read to you the case study, and this basically describes a lot of people in these times like this. Mr. Lu, every day I get a lot of these emails, and I'm happy to reply whenever I can, however I can. But this is really what happens. Okay, Mr. Lu, I started non-CPF investing about 6 months ago with Saif and Tiger. I find that my mental health is very badly affected because of all the noise, like the fat, tapering. Tapering means that they're bringing down all the monetary stimulus, okay, and of course interest rate rises. I'm still a university undergraduate that will graduate next year. I have substantial amount in my CPF self top up already. Should I withdraw all my positions in Tiger and dump into CPF? Because I'm done with all the market noise already, right? He used the word, my mental health is badly affected. And he's not the only one who write to me this, you know. A lot of people right now really lick like jelly, okay? So you know what I replied to him? I said, you're not ready for stock investment. You're not. A good stock investor cannot be disturbed by fluctuations in the stock market, okay? And I told him that, I told everybody what we need to do. Get yourself a rock solid financial safety net first before dabbling in the stock market. Okay? Yep. He invests in positions like Microsoft, Apple, SPR, which is S&P 500, and VOO and things like that. But I'm not okay with all the market noise. And he said, tonight I'll sell my entire portfolio in Tiger Brokers and dump into CPF, SA, and follow a 1M65 strategy. Because bulk of my wealth is there, okay. But I'm gonna make it now 100%. But anyway, my point is that you can see. I told you before, it's very, very easy to say, just buy and just go through it. But when the market hits your laujo, right? I say it many times, right? You must laujo, pee your pants. So it's very, very scary when the market hits like that. In one night, the tech stock plunged by 3%, I see a mega 6-digit plunge in my portfolio. This is real. Okay, it's real. So therefore, if you got to have this, I say again, this layers of foundation properly set up. I sound like a broken gramophone, but this is real. Let me go back to first principle, okay? What I think for myself and what I coach people, my mentees, if they are keen listening, this is what they should do, okay? For you guys, it's just, public education information. You got to decide for yourself, okay? I call this my Kueh Lapis investment structure. This is a slide that I've shared before, but some of you have probably never seen it. A lot of you ask me what is it. I'm going to share again, okay? This is what I came as a Kueh Lapis investment structure. It's a layered and sequential approach towards investment. The first foundation is always form a 1M65, put in money at the foundation level. At the foundation level is 1M65, you and your husband or you and your wife put together your 1 million at 65 years old. That's basic. 1 million is enough to get by. It's enough to get by. Even me and B, 1 million definitely is enough to get by. Okay? Yes. Now, today's presentation slides is a swing +1, SWING +1. Okay? So then next is when you can continue to work on it to come out to reach the 3 to 4M 65. So that 1M65 is like basic foundation level. then it's like putting maybe 4 beams, 4 piles into one building, put 4 pilings inside. Then this 4M65, put 10 inside. Damn bloody strong. No matter how the wind blow, earthquake or whatever, it will still stay very, very strong. Okay, 4M65. And all this don't require much brains. Don't even require, there's even no emotion involved. The only thing that you'll fight against is you love to buy a big condo or landed property. Then you can kiss this goodbye. Okay? I've said before already, there's nothing wrong with saying HDB. HDB is perfectly okay, but you know, some people have other aspiration and it's perfectly fine. Then you kiss 4M65 goodbye. Okay? Yes. So once you form this layer, then you start touching some of the stock market. For me, after forming this one, then I start dabbling with S&P 500. S&P 500 gives very good returns. I show your chart despite the market events that happen, but okay, it still has volatility. It can cause mental issues with some people, can cause sleepless problems with some people. Okay, but you know, if you can stomach those volatility, and how do you stomach volatility? You stomach volatility by forming huge financial safety nets. Then you slowly move up to Nasdaq or equivalent. And then if you are, you know, backside itchy after that, you can touch on all the high risk investment like me. Okay. Every now and then, you know, every now and then I get all these kind of comments. Lou, what stock to buy? You know, what index to buy or whatever. I ask them this question: hey, your CPF top up ready or not? No, I haven't. Then you ask me for what? Are you ready to stomach the volatility? So I don't have PRE plus one. Okay. How to get to level 4M65? No, I've talked about it already. Just make sure you stuff your SA and MA to full and continue working to retirement. That's all you need. If you can, you know, use your OA, considering using part or OA for S&P 500 equivalent. Okay, you will do very well, right? Me and B got 1.6 million. We haven't. Okay, she's gonna reach 50 years old in 2 days. Yeah, but I'm still following that. But by the time we reach 65, you know, our CPF combined will shoot to $4 or $5 million. Okay, and there's power compounding. It's just mathematical. There's no magic involved. There's no risk involved. The very little risk involved in doing that, minus some policy risk or deprivation risk of you buying big HDB flats and things like that. Okay, but that's just me talking. This is my experience. I'm sharing you my experience. Okay, I'm not asking you what to do. Okay, so therefore, what should you do in times like this? I say again. Okay, I say again. Really adopt. You know what should you do? Consider. Okay. Think about my investment strategy, the Kueh Lapis investment strategy. Okay, and it's you should adopt a time and crisis proven investment strategy. I always believe in sticking to assets that compound in a long period of time. Okay, stick to assets that compound over a long period of time. This is my I think second last slide or last slide. You got to have globally diversified fund. Try not to pick stock. It's very, very difficult to pick stock. I don't know why time and time again I ask everybody, can you avoid picking individual stocks? You know, can you please don't do that, because your stock picking skills require not just good knowledge here. You must be strong here, and then you need an element of luck. Very difficult. Very difficult. I don't pick stocks well. Okay, maybe you guys are better than me. Okay, so more important is that, you know, when you see all this news, whatever, you know, if you buy something that you know that will stand the test of time, 不要去管它. Just stick to your strategy. If so, I buy S&P 500. I know over the next 30 years you'll do damn well. I don't even bother. I just continue my life. Come here and to support BE and Kid Lu. Eat good food as much as I can. Go exercise. This morning I ran 1 hour, you know, and then keep admiring my body at 50 years old. You know, just go on with life, you know, talk to my kids, just live on your life, you know, don't bother about all this media sensational news. It will scare the shit out of you, and then you overreact. But you cannot do that if you don't have a firm foundation set up. Okay? Got it? Okay? So I want to say again, here is to strengthen that the stock market turbulence is here, was a prediction last week, but is no longer a prediction now. It is already here. Okay? So therefore, what you should do is to continue to do what I say is right. Form a secure financial safety net. Okay, before you dabble with stocks. If not, you're gonna find it very emotionally terrible to do it. Okay, cool. Okay, so I want to address some of this thing. A lot of you all write to me, and I'm very concerned that you all got the sequence wrong. Okay, a lot of people has lost a lot of money in Singapore stocks. A lot of people have lost a lot of money in China stocks. Okay, a lot of people dabbling with individual stocks. No matter how I tell people that there are very few winners in stock picking, no matter how I say, 还是很多人 will do what I say. It's difficult. Cool. Okay. So I hope I share. You find it useful. Okay. Every day I try to do a little bit of such tips. Now that we're in Europe today, fortunately we're doing it in a hotel room, so we have time. Okay. So, but I want to ask everybody. I want to ask everybody to go back to first principles. Okay. Firm foundation. Okay. Yes. All right. Cool. All right. Cool. I'll start answering some questions right now. Okay. A lot of people ask me some questions. Yes. Esther said, "I listened to you. Settle CPF first." Yeah, that's a no regret move. I don't think MAS will take issue with me advising you all to settle your CPF first. I even got a public sector transformation award by Minister Chan Chun Sing for doing that. Okay, yes, that's a no regret move, man. Yeah. All right. Let's. Can you get me some water, please? Yeah, tap water is fine. So, Mr. Lu, you said that top up 60,000 to kids SA 5%, but CPF said that the first 40,000 earns 5%. The first $60,000 will earn 5%. I don't know why they say first 40,000. Maybe it's first 40,000. That's interesting. First 40,000 earns 5%. No, it's first 60,000. Okay. I don't know whether it's split to 20,000 in ordinary account and 20,000 in ordinary account and 40,000 in special account. I gotta check on this. Okay. My friend buy C30 lots. Now she cannot sleep. Don't know want to sell or not. That's why I try to ask you for advice. Wah piang. I cannot advise you, no. Yeah, I cannot advise you. I like the company. Forrest Lee is an incredible businessman. He came from Stanford as well. Same. Thank you.
All right. Ask what we are eating. No, grapes.
Oh, grapes, sorry. This kid look very nice. I would just say that for me, I avoid stock picking. But for your friend right now who is stuck into C, I would just say that my personal perception is that it's just going through a period of volatility. There'll be upswing, downswing, upswing. The lesson your friend should pick from this is that she cannot stomach volatility. Then maybe she should consider not touching such volatile stocks. Then she cannot sleep. Yeah. Okay. 30 lots is quite a lot. Okay. So therefore, don't which means that she really cannot stomach this kind of volatile stocks. Maybe she should avoid. Okay. And Dawes asked me to get the promo code from you. Me? I don't have promo code. Can you ask them whether there's any promo code given? I don't have any promo code. Maybe I'll try to ask them promo code. Can you remind me to ask Sam whether it's a promo code? Ask the Chief Investment Officer. Okay. Will you continue to top up your kids' CPF other than 60,000 contributed? They gotta go and earn their own money. They gotta keep topping on CPF. Right, Kid Lu?
Yeah.
Right.
Yes, I'm working. Okay, I'm actually a Primo Mall staff. Okay, So I'm on their payroll and they top up my CPF for me. I actually do work for them.
Yeah. Okay. Now I think up to $60,000. I think it's okay. Beyond that, when we end when we saw it, I think there's a limit to where we help our kids. Okay. Um, she thinks so hard to sell at 50% loss. Only God can answer. I can't answer the question. I have my opinion. Okay. You kidding me? 185 times 30 lots. That's $5 million. Wow, she lost a lot, man. Wow, she lost a lot. Okay. One very important aspect of investment that I never thought about it. Maybe I should talk about it as well. Is diversification. Diversification, right? You don't see something has made you a lot of money, you harm everything to it. Then for some very smart investors, they say diversification is only for idiots. Okay, I think someone's claimed that Warren Buffett said that, but I've heard through maybe 100 speeches of Warren Buffett. I never hear him say that. But yes, those experts know that. But you are not Warren Buffett. I'm also not Warren Buffett.
Even my uni course also tell me diversification is key. Like you really shouldn't just go straight into one stock.
Okay, so therefore, it's very important for you to diversify out. Okay, some money in different portfolios whatsoever. Okay, yes. CPF said first 20,000 in OA earns 3.5%. First 40,000 in SA earns 5%. I see. Okay. All right. Okay, but I see. It's not. What must we do first step when inflation start? I will just ride through it. I'm in the opinion that the inflationary pressure will be gone in 6 months to 12 months. Okay. So pain will be there, but we'll ride through it. Okay. Yes. Next question. Can we choose to top up only the kids' asset? Yes, you can. You can whack $186,000 all the way inside. If you are 65 but have money in OA, would you consider investing S&P 500 only for long term? I don't want to say, but if you are 65 years old, it's time for you to you don't have, for people invest in S&P 500, you need 20, 30 years time horizon. You can ask yourself whether you have that kind of time horizon. I think you do have, because you're 65 and longevity of Singaporeans is 80 something years old, but don't put too much. Okay, don't put too much. Do you think increase in GST will add pressure to inflation? Of course. Immediate. Bam. 2%. Immediate. I don't need to think. For sure, it will add to the inflation pressure. But government, I think, have already made a decision. There's nothing I can do. My email address, I think it's in the you can PM Facebook page and I'll write it to you. Okay. It's luchengchuan@gmail.com. Yep. Yeah. Next question. How will the S&P 500 index swing till March? Unless I'm God, I can't tell. Then I can tell. But however, I will anticipate big mega swings. Okay. I don't need to go like that or you go like that. I can safely say there will be big swings. In the past, seeing swings of 1% is not very common. Now, in one day we see 2-3% swings is going to be very common. Okay. Yeah. One of these swings, if I don't have my financial safety net built out whatsoever, I'm going to pee my pants almost every night. Okay, so for those who just came in, we have got swing plus one, my slides for tonight. Okay, I've recorded my talk in YouTube. You can go there and listen to my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel in for 1865 is under 1M65. Okay. 1M65, yes. Okay. Cool. Okay. Yeah, so 2% points. Yeah, not 2% points. All right, cool. Yeah, swing plus one. Any other questions? Don't go back. For those people who just came in for Premium More channel, there is a Dior sale that's going on right now. CD plus one. Yeah, CD plus one. What is CD? Sorry, DR plus one. Sorry, DR plus one. Walao. DR plus one. There's a 7% discount that will end in approximately an hour. Yes. Okay. If SA and MA is max, should we top up OA or what should we do? I see very little value in topping up OA. OA, the percent is very, very little. Yes, very, very little. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. But OA percent is very DR plus one. Yes, sorry, DR plus one. That's for Dior. There's 7% discount. Huge attractive stuff there. Go grab it. Okay. Now this 7% discount is very rare. In fact, for tonight, you know, B is very kind. She gave a 7% discount for. Actually, Shopee didn't give a full 7% discount. She actually top up to make sure you'll get a full 7% discount. Okay, that won't last for very long. Joan says something like, as long as you hold your position right through a swing, you'll be okay in long run, right, Joan? Yes. Joan, you're right, but however, in economics, we say this, okay? Long run is made up of many short runs. When you say a couple live happily for ever after, don't tell me inside the happily ever after, they don't have little fights and little hiccups and here and there. Okay, so therefore, when you hold your S&P 500, it even goes like this. It's not smoothly. Life has no excitement, right?
Yes.
It's go like that, you know. So have you ever go in those bumpy rides in countrysides in those cars? Okay, look, how do I describe this kind of ride? You know, you see on those cars, go, yeah, you'll go up, you know, but you in the process, your backside can pain, you know. And that is why you don't think that it is okay, even though you know a general trajectory is up. When you see go down, and some of this down can be very down. I think there was a decade, there was one point in time, there is this thing called a lost decade, which means that in 10 years you remain down. That's why I say you need to have, 10, 20, 30-year time horizon. Okay, you surely go up. Okay? Charlie Munger says that the idea that very smart people with investment skills should have hugely diversified portfolio is madness. It's a very conventional madness. Sorry, it's a very conventional madness. It's taught in business school, but they're all wrong. But that's because he's Charlie Munger. He knows how to invest. We don't know, right? We are not his league. You need to know who said this. Okay, cool. Yeah, off-road. Yes, off-road. Yes, Andre, you're right. Off-road. Those off-road riding, it actually feels that way. This kind of long run attitude, but you need to survive the short run. Okay, Mr. Lu, should we top up 40K instead of 60K in the kids SA? I whack down 60K. To me, 4%, 5% really doesn't make a big difference. Okay, yes, yeah, at least 40K. I think that should be. I think it's a no regret move. Okay, clear. I hope that answered the question. Better good and put money in CPF, more safe. I would say this, Esther, form your basic tier there first. Okay, is 15 to 20 year time horizon. Oh gosh, enough in the S&P 500. I would think that 15 to 20 years is a good time really. You can stretch you to 25, 30, even better. Okay, for 1965, what is the base amount for how many years to reach 1 million? Please clarify. So again, for those people who learn this theory, Kelu, do you remember 1965 theory?
What?
1965.
What theory?
Okay, okay. I'm going to say it once and then you got to remember it, okay? Okay. Husband.
The formula.
Husband and wife put in how much? 130,000. 130,000, okay, at the age of 30. Put it inside in an SA and MA together and just let it ride. Don't need to work from that day till you retire. And then at 65 years old, you will have 5,000 and 5,000 as a couple. But you will continue to work, right? I hope. And I wish everybody continue to work because work is a very important part of your quality of life. And then you just continue to work, you have $3 million over dollars. Yeah. I've seen that. I've seen it with my eyes. People actually do that already and done very well. $3-4 million. I've seen my own eyes. I thought I'll be the only one to do it, but no, I already got people figured it out already. Does gold play any part of your short-term long-term strategy? Gold, my gold strategy is only those gold jewelry that my wife likes to wear. Okay. Other than that, I don't think gold is a good investment, but that's just me. Husband and wife need to put in 130,000 each. Husband and wife need to put in 130,000 into SA and MA. Yes. About 40. How about 45 years old after top up SA and MA? What next? Then explore the next layer of the kueh lapis. I will consider that. Explore that. 45 years old, Chris. Yes. Okay. 130,000 or 1%. Yes. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yes. So that's a foundational level. Okay, it's foundation level, and then you build up the rest. Okay. How do will top up as SA? So lating seed, I don't exactly the question. What is CPF policy change during 30 years? Esther, I hear this question 20 over years ago when she was haven't even born yet. People already asked me this question. People say, hey, Lou, you can do this, stupid you. PAP gonna change the rules. PAP suck blood one. Yeah, now they give you lots of interest. Okay, then you put money inside, then they change it. Then they take money, never return you. So those days they hung us like that, people. Because those days CPF their reputation damn bad. So if I believe them, then today I wouldn't have this fat CPF sitting there. Okay, think about it. Okay, it is possible. Not say it's not possible, but think about the circumstances when that happened. How high the political cost is. When that day happened, it must be something serious happened to our country, and I can assure you that will be a last thing to think of your CPF policy. Lynn, you said that 1M65 for 30 years old is 130. 47 years old, how much to top up? Generally speaking, just fill up your SA and MA to max as early as you can. Okay, as early as you can. You missed my earlier talks. I give a graph that shows just because you are later, you actually miss out on so much. Okay. Heather is saying, I'm baking my kueh lapis. Gotten the basics after listening to you. Now I'm going to bake my second layer, going to S&P 500. I say again, it's not me telling you that you should do it. Okay, this is how I do it. Okay, you want to copy me, 是你们的事, because I get into trouble. Okay, yes, but however, I think that it is a sound investment strategy, but you think about it. Okay, yeah, think about it. Yes, 130,000 for SA and MA or 130 for SA and MA combined. That's good enough. Okay. On SORA, how much increase will be affected by what's SORA? I really don't know what SORA. How many people have 130,000 age of 30? They haven't even started working for some. I think in Singapore, we should encourage people to start working. This is Kate Lu. She started working at how old? Yeah, she started working at 16 years old.
What? No. When you started a business, I started working
at 14 years old, right? We should encourage people to start early as possible. For those people who start young, they have a head start. We need to tell people start working as much as possible. I was working throughout my whole life since after NS. I paid for my own university. I paid for my own university education. I didn't even take a single cent from my parents for my university education. But that's it. When I was 24 years old, I make big shit mistake and I got to ask my father for help. But I worked very hard when I was young, so I had some CPF as well. Okay. MediSave top up 65. That account cannot take out. Don't worry, MediSave. In your life you will have medical crisis, and in a short while will be wiped out already. Yes, 130K. I started working when I was in university. That's very good. Yeah, Jenny said that as well. I'm not able to top up my CPF anymore because you already maxed out. That's good enough. Okay. Yes. Yep. So when you mention max out means hit the enhanced amount in SA. In SA, the maximum you can hit is 192,000. You cannot go beyond that now. Okay, by voluntary top up. Okay. Hey, later we should what's time now?
What? 4:49.
Let's maybe go at 5:50, 5:30.
Okay.
Okay. After your talk last week, I encouraged my 16-year-old girl to get a part-time job. This past Monday or first day of work, excellent. I I believe we must train our kids to work as young as possible. Okay, my Emily started our overseas, started at 12 years old. No, yep. You got to train them to start working already. Yeah, young age. When you mention max hour, sorry, my OA got, if my OA got 100,000, should I transfer 50K to SA, 50K to MA? I can never figure out the difference. Not much a difference to me. Uh, I just love to put money in SA because the cap there is higher, but that's just me. Okay, I don't think it's much different. Andrea said I started working after graduating for same as you. I work and do part-time uni and pay for my uni fees. There's a sense of achievement and pride when you're able to do that. So make sure. I know people come from different walks of life whatsoever. For those people who say that, oh, don't have much money and that kind of thing, go start working as much as possible. Take 2 jobs. When I was in my early 20s and my 20s all the way to 30 years old, I was working 2 jobs in my life, right? In fact, now I got 3 jobs. Okay, yes. Contribute $130,000 O and SA age of 30. How much to each account? I think SA is the key. Okay, trying to max out SK as much as possible. Cool. Okay. All right. Good. Okay. Pauline said something. I built my first layer of Kueh Lapis at 44. Now build my funds and S&P fund and diversify my OA into different portfolio. Start a small investment in OA now. So okay, I hope that by doing this layering, you feel more secure, even though S&P 500 have swings. Okay, and manage it in levels where your emotion can set up. I think you're doing well. You're right. My children start working part-time when they're 16 years old. They're still in secondary school. Wonderful. Okay. MA max is 66K and SA is 90. Oh, sorry, this is more a statement. Example, Mr. Lu, example, SA at 100K, so meaning that I can transfer 92K from OA to max out SA. Yes, you can. Okay, you can do that. Yes. All right, good. Okay. Encourage your children to understand the value of, don't just encourage the value of saving, encourage the value of earning their money. Is very exhilarating to earn money. Okay, it's very exhilarating experience to earn money. Yes, I actually think that you should, we got to let them go out and work it out. For those low income citizens, they are start at the lower tier, they will never see 165. I agree. This talk is not for all walks of life. I cannot save the whole world. I cannot save the whole society. I cannot. There are always that lower tier of people that no matter how, because of health reason, upbringing, societal reasons, whatever, education, whatever, I can't save the whole world. No, but I try to help as many people as possible. I think this message can easily go out for 70-80% of Singaporeans. Okay, it will be applicable for you all. I can't. For those people, we have other schemes to help them. When I do charity, I don't go and announce what I do. Okay, but those require different touches of life. Okay, we do what we can, right? We do what we can. We're not God. We're not government. We can really do so much. Yeah. Just came in. Any advice for age 51? Just continue to max out your age. Jennifer, your age is about, if you're 51, your age is about quite the same as mine. Max out your CPF as much as possible and build up your. I would suggest build up, your different tiers of Kueh Lapis, investment structures so that you have a firm foundation. Okay. Lin Lim, if 47 years old now, what is the best top-up amount to SA and OA? At this age right now, you must have already, or if not, finished top-up SA and OA. Okay, but just check it out. Your SA right now is 100. Your SA now we need 192,000. OA not that important. Do you buy S&P 500 online platform or through local banks? On the CPF side, you can buy through Endowers. Someone told me that Money Hour is going to have heavy as well. I'm not so sure. But I'm buying it through Endowers because they have the monopoly of it. And for cash one, I use a Standard Chartered. Andre, does the Kueh Lapis work for a single? I'm sure it does. Okay, I'm sure it does. What about those who pass 55? I think the tiers would change in the thickness of the kueh. Okay, the thickness of kueh will change. As your age goes up, your risks need to come down. Okay. Yeah. What about those who pass 55 years old? Yeah, that's what I mean. Okay. What happens to CPF contribution by my employer if my SA and MA max out? Your CPF from work, whether it's by employer or yourself, will continue to go into your CPF, will continue to go to your CPF. Okay, that's one way you can top it up. In fact, there's a hack. I tell people they should have more than one job, so that you continue to double or triple the amount of contribution to your SA and MA. Okay, cool. Okay, any more questions, guys? My essay, thanks, Jimmy.
Yeah,
Okay.
no problem. See you later.
Thank you. Okay. Our admin just finished work here. I'm trying to take a look. Okay. That's an awesome hack. Yes. Do 2 jobs or 3 jobs. You'll work. Yeah. Okay. Do 2 jobs, 3 jobs. You'll top up your CPF very fast. Okay.
See you later.
Your explanation very clear. Thank you. I hope that that helps. Okay. Already 65 can still top up RA. If already 65 can still top up RA, I don't think you can anymore. I'm not so sure about Jeff. That one I'm not sure. Mr. Lu, we advise top up FRS to ERS. It depends. Okay, if you have alternative for your cash, yes, and you have a long life expectation, yes. Okay, I think you can do that. If not, I'm not so sure. I will probably not do that, but that's just me. Okay, but because I have alternatives for cash beyond the ERS. Okay, Mr. Lu, I top cash for son's OA. Sorry, I top up my son's SA and CPF referral name, and of course I put in yours. Maggie, thank you. Okay, actually I don't know why they started a scheme, because one fine day I just suddenly saw a lot of emails coming and just say that this person has put you as a referral. I really appreciate this. It makes me feel good, because it means that that is something that that the movement is working. Okay, and really, can share more on S&P 500. I talk on S&P 500 until I face them blue already. S&P 500, you just download a slide. Download a slide SP 500 plus 1. Okay, which fund in endowers am I investing? I only do in the S&P 500. But that's just me. I'm not asking you to buy. Lion Global Infinity, something like that. Okay, that's just S&P 500. I missed the part on diverting tax. Do we top up SRS? I never thought anything about diverting tax. SRS is a tax deferment scheme. Okay, there is a maximum contribution in CPF. Yes, 37,740. But on the SA part, what I understand is that you can top up your SA to full. Okay, and one go. Yes, SP 500 plus 1. I think a lot of people just came in. So my slides for tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is swing plus 1, SWING plus 1. Just talk about market volatility and how we handle it. Swing plus 1. Okay. The previous slide on S&P 500 is SP 500 plus 1. Okay. For those people who came back, who just came in and missed out the entire presentation on Christian Dior that's run by Premium More, since I'm hijacking their page here. Put in CD. Sorry, no, it's not CD. Sorry, DR plus 1. DR plus 1. Okay, Christian Dior. There's you got less than 45 minutes or half an hour for a discount of 7%. Okay. Cool. SP 500 plus 1. All right, cool. Okay, good. I have topped up my SA to what? Topping up my SA, my parents' RE to get 4%, which is max. That's great. Okay, that's great. Yeah. Sorry, I missed this question. All right. Okay. Mr. Lu, can you share which ETF you invest for cash? I've got some for Nasdaq and I got some for S&P 500. Specifically, the counter I cannot share. That will be bordering on giving financial advice really. Okay. Yeah. So the one, if you want to ask, you go to my Telegram channel. You ask a question 50 people jump in and answer a question, and a lot of them are very good advice. Okay, I cannot give the advice. Okay, anything on YouTube? All right. Okay, so I cannot see YouTube. Oh yeah. Okay, YouTube. Mr. Lu, can you explain what happens at 55 years old? How do you upgrade from FRS to ERS at which point? That's a good question. At 55 years old, do you all really know what happened? Oh, Vivian Chang said, I just invested 20K on OA in Endows. Do you tell them, do you quote my name? Okay, you quote my name. I hope they give you at least a good customer service, not something. Okay, yes, sorry. Okay. I max out my SA to what topping on my parent. Okay, it's good. What's my Telegram channel? Lu1M65. Okay, yeah, Lu1M65. Okay, good. Okay, good. Any other questions? Okay. What's your advice on RA going to enhance or minimum RA when reached? Okay, you know what I'll do? Another day I will talk about what exactly happened at 55 years old. Okay, 55 years old is very complicated. I don't even profess I know everything, but at 55 years old, there are very important things that happen. Okay, Faye said, what's your view on short-term hold for ETF? Would you advise a hybrid of short-term and long-term? I don't believe in if your time horizon is not 10, 20, 30 years, I don't even think you should hold any stocks at all. Yeah, because you know, if the stocks is very volatile and it's almost like gambling if you have short-term view. Okay, yes, so I don't advise at all. Yeah, okay, so Mr. Lu, can you put up slides INS plus one again? I can't. Okay, the set of slides can I can't. It's I think it's a little bit stepping on people's tail. Yeah. When will you share insurance? When will you share me on insurance? I shared. I did one session on it already. Already done. You missed it, Marie. Yeah, the whole session I already shared already. Okay. It was a great session. You know, teaching everybody what are the problem with some of the many investment policies out there, how you should plan your investment insurance and so on. Okay, I really shared in very great detail already. Okay, try not to miss. I know it's very difficult, but I'll try not to miss my talks. Tomorrow I'm very unlikely to share a talk, but on Sunday I'll try to share something. Okay, yeah, cool. Okay. All right, so it's 12 o'clock right now. So for those people who just came in, you know, we got DR +1 for Dior and lots of item there at 7% discount. It's going to expire soon, so go after it. And for those people who missed, okay, for those people who missed the slides for the talk for today, I'll try to put it on my YouTube channel. You can hear again. Okay, my YouTube channel is 1M65. Okay, go there and please follow that page and turn on notification. Okay. All right. With this, William one, perhaps a presentation in the future or strategy of drawing down a position. That one is very easy. I don't need a presentation. Right, when I need money in future, when I'm in my 60s or 70s, then I start drawing down. Okay, whenever I need it. Okay, no strategy, just like somehow unable to receive swing +1 DR +1 in messenger, can send to email. Christine, you PM us. Let me see what I can do for you. Okay. Victoria Tay, thank you. My first time listening to you and intrigued by sharing. Oh, you missed out 1 whole month plus of sharing. Okay. I really did one rerun already, full rerun. Okay, maybe at some point in time I need to do a second rerun. Endowment plans are quite different now. I'm not qualified to tell you what you should do. Okay, can't follow Telegram, Mr. Lu. One day have 1,000 chats. I also cannot follow that, don't you? So when you have a problem, you ask there, seek your answers out, then you pull out. That's the best I can advise you to do. Okay. Good. For those people who just came in, please follow our Premium Mall Facebook page, and turn on all your notification. Okay, turn on all your notification. I see again, your notification is very important so that you don't miss out. How do you turn on notification? Let's say you go to I'm trying to think of give me a bank, or like let's say you go to a what's a good company, like Nasty Cookie. Okay. Oh yes, yes. Okay. So I'm a mentor to this company called Nasty Cookie. They have a Facebook page. Okay. Don't know if you can see now. Okay. So shucks, the light is very bad. Okay, here. Now can you see? Okay, let's say this is my Premium Mall page. Can you see that there are three dots here? The three dots here. You click it and you will say follow. Make sure you click follow, and then you click at the three dots again, and you click on following. Turn on all the notification. The news feed, you put it to the favorite, and then the photos you put to standard, videos you put to all notification, and live video you put to all notification. Okay, cool. And once you do that, you know, you won't miss out any of my talks. Okay, please do that. Please do that. Okay, please do that. Cool. On the Premium Mall channel. Chai-Ling, thank you for, you're always great supporter. Okay, Chai-Ling. Yep. Okay. Thank you for following us tonight. Tomorrow, I'm not so sure whether we have a live session, but we certainly will probably show you what's available at the outlet. I think we'll try to put up some photos here and there. Okay, exciting stuff happening, and on Sunday Saturday I think we have MCM. Okay, MCM. I'm trying to do a commercial for B. Okay, so I think on Sunday, I'll do another sharing, a serious one like this. How about that? Okay, Sunday evening. Cool? With that, thank you. Okay, have a good night. B, I say good night to everybody. Okay?
Hello. Good night. Good night, everyone.
Yes. Good night.
Yes. What?
Looking at your belt.
Please don't. Yes.
No, I say thank you. Good night. Yes, thank you. Okay. Able to post early if you are doing the talks. Yeah, I normally would post early to tell you what. That's why you need to turn on notification. I will normally post and they say what Mr. Lu will be talking about. Okay, like today I already posted early already. You might have missed it. Go check it out. Yeah. Okay, Shannon. Good night to you. Justin, good night to Cecilia. Andre, B, your dress is very pretty.
Thank you. It's on Love Bonito, okay? Love Bonito. Cheap and good.
Flor, Mel, Winnie, and Heather, good night to all of you also. Mavis, good night. Kelly, good night to you. Daphne and Becky, good night.
Good night.
Chai-Ling, wow, super solid, our supporter, good night. Janice, good night. Janet K, good night. Rainer, good night. Joyce, PK, Wichi, good night. Esther.
Good night.
Esther, your friend on SCA, yeah, it's a painful experience, yeah. Okay, Lawrence, good night to you too. Jack, good night. Felicia, good night. Okay. Clover, good night to you too. Lily too, good night. Ashley, good night. Okay. Good night, people on YouTube as well. Okay. Yes. Okay. Our good night to YouTube first. Okay. All right. Good night, YouTube. Okay. All right. And